Hello, hi, my name is Ed Diaz here from the Roland booth here at Winter NAMM 2014. Today is my great pleasure to introduce you to our brand new music workstation, the FA-06 and the FA-08. So let's talk about some of the great features that are offered in this workstation. First off, the sounds are derived from the Integra 7 Supernatural sound module. And so what that means, we've put in the Supernatural acoustic sounds, Supernatural synth sounds, and Supernatural drum sounds. So you're going to get a lot more high resolution sounds and able to edit the different parameters dependent on what instrument you choose. So that's one cool thing. Also, we have 6 modifier knobs right here, and they go 4 deep, and you can see all the different parameters you can adjust there. Also assignable and EQs as well. Now if we move over to the sequencer section, we put in our SP404 sampler, which is one of our best-selling samplers. Now you can go ahead and sample through the audio input, which is right over here, right there, audio input, into the sampler, and you can trigger it via the pads or via the sequence. That's something that's real cool. Also, you can load in WAV, EAFF, and MP3 files as well. And then all those files are saved to our SD card, which is in the back of the keyboard over here. This one's particularly covered up right now. But it comes with a 4 gig SD card, which is upgradable to 32 gigs. So that's cool. So now let's talk about the sequencer, because this is a workstation. And what we've done, we've kind of streamlined the process of working with the keyboard, a lot better computer integration. So I press my sequencer button right here, and I'm going to do a quick sequence for you guys. You can check out this the sounds. Okay, let's go ahead and record. So go ahead and adjust my tempo down to 94 very quickly there. Put my loop length at 2 measures, and let's get ready to rock and roll. Put it on number 3. Here we go. Now let's record the drums very quickly in here. Now let's go ahead and record the bass here as well. Now let's record some strings. And now what I'll go ahead and do is I'll put it on rehearsal mode. Let's go ahead and choose my synth, and I'm going to use my real-time control tools right here and adjust my resonance and cutoff live. Now here's the cool thing. Many times when keyboard players are working with a sequence, we have this great sequence that we just did, and the rest of the band says, hey, can you share it with me? Well, let's go ahead and build on top of it. Well, that's usually where we run into a little bit of issues. I might have to export it as a standard MIDI file, put it inside my DAW, make sure everybody's communicating, solo this, mute this, and it's not fun, okay? It takes forever. So here's what we did. Now if we go into our sequencers here, hold down Shift, hit Song Utility, we have a couple of options. So I go into Export Song, I press Select. I can export that song as a standard MIDI file, the good old-fashioned standard MIDI file, or I can quickly create a stereo mix of that entire song, or here's the fun part right here. I can create a multi-track wave, or basically stems of that song. I'll do that now very quickly. Execute, and so what's it's doing, it is creating stems of each one. It's going through each track and resampling that track and dumping it down to the SD card. So it just recorded that track right there. Now it'll automatically go to the next track. And so depending on the length of your song, it might take a little bit, but that's okay. At this point, you need to get away from the keyboard, go get a cup of coffee and walk around a little bit. So great thing is once this is completed, you can take out your SD card, put it in your Mac or your PC, and you can use, at this point, any DAW that you want. That's really awesome. Any DAW that you want. Once you're done with that, go ahead and take your USB, plug it back into the computer, and now you can use your FA as a DAW controller. Press the DAW controller button. We have some different parameters built into there, so Logic, Sonar, Cubase, and a user in here, so you can, once again, use anything you want. And this is the FA-06, FA-08 music workstation from Roland. If you have any questions on any other Roland products, please contact your Sweetwater sales engineer.